What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, there is one comp above all that we got to yap about. You can look, literally, I just pulled up tactics.tools, pulled up the comps page, and you can see there is one comp that is really, really hard overperforming, which is this Katarina Reroll comp. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to hop into some of the stats of the comp and kind of talk about, in general, how to play Katarina Reroll, itemization, things like that, and then we're going to hop into the VOD, just to give you guys kind of like a quick rundown on how to play the comp, and then we can, yap through the entire VOD. So if you just put Katarina into Team Planner, and I mean, you can 3-star her and 3-item her if you want. You can already see, if you look at common traits played with her, pretty much everybody is playing into stuff like Vertical Battle Academia. If you try to search up like things like Executioner, sure, 5 Executioner looks decent, but kind of hilariously 3 and 4 look better, just showing that you really want to play towards this Vertical Battle Academia. If you just look at Katarina's spell itself, her normal spell is just blinking and spinning, and then the second one allows her to blink again, do some extra damage. This damage scales with the amount of potential that you have. So the more Battle Academia in, the more you can see the little potential scaler. Can I hover it? Yeah, you can see this little potential scaler here, 13% per little potential. So it's a pretty big increase in damage, especially when you're getting to something like 7 Battle Academia. You're getting 7 potential there onto the Katarina. So that's kind of the general idea. As far as itemization go, if you look at builds, most common is you can see a ton of Edge of Knights in here, often just like a Hodge Guardbreaker. If you just look at items in general, Hodge, I mean, it says positive delta. I don't know how much. I mean, if you were to believe this, BIS would be like Edge of Knight Strikers plus, I don't even know what it would be, honestly. It really, the stats really prefer stuff like Strikers and Edge of Night. JG, you don't need it. You can definitely build it if you're in a spot to where, you have a Rod and a Glove. But she is already an Assassin, or it's Executioner this set, so you don't need the JG for a spell to crit, but it's still okay stats onto her. But really want to be saving your lever Strikers, and, Hand of Justice, I think, is the other really obvious one. So yeah, just an Edge of Night, Hodge, Guardbreaker. You can see, you can also see when you don't have Guardbreaker, the stats fall a lot. Also, Zanya's, as far as artifacts go, fantastic on her, so something that you want to look up. And also, just with, I mean, in general, healing has gotten worse, and on Katarina as well, you are not interested in making these like double healing type of builds. There's no more drain tanks in TFT, and so there's no, you can't put a bunch of healing items on Katarina and have her spin a bunch, take a bunch of damage, spin a bunch, take a bunch of damage. So yeah, don't build double healing on her. Hodge, if anything. But honestly, judging by the stats, and I mean, based on just kind of intuition and how it's looked in my games, we'll see what Robin does this game. But I think you can just straight up play, Edge of Night, Guardbreaker +1, Death Cap, Giant Slayer, something like that. But yeah, there is also, a lot of people have been playing using this new tech that I talked about in the last video, which is this the tech where you kind of like pop off power-ups and things like that. We'll see if Robin is doing that this game, because I've seen a lot of people doing that. I mean, power-ups, one of the most like micro-intensive, one of the most like, there's a lot of decisions you can make with it. Set mechanics we've had in a long time. I feel like there's so much micro with this set mechanic, and it's surprising just because, yeah, it's a lot. So we start off here, Protagonist, roll worth the wait immediately. I mean, Protagonist is a cool augment. I would be excited to take this, but maybe Robin doesn't actually think it's that good. Roll's going long. Is this also a 9 Lives game? Because that would be very cool as well. I mean, you could take Radiant Relics. I mean, I like 9 Lives a lot, and if we I mean, Caretakers, Caretakers is a very solid augment as well. Obviously, I have the bias of knowing this is going to be a Katarina game, so he does pick up the 9 Lives. So we can talk about 9 Lives, actually, if you guys haven't taken this yet. So what this does is it drops you down to 9 HP, and then every time you lose, you just lose 1 HP, and then you gain loot. And I can actually probably pull up the loot table here. Yep, here's the 9 Lives loot table. And so, in the early game, when you drop to 8 lives, 7 lives, it's a few units, things like that. It's really not all too much. You do get, when you get down to 3 lives, a champ dupe and lesser champ dupe, so that can help you hit on reroll stuff. 30% of the time. The other times you get 5 cost gold. So it's for the later ones, there are like multiple for everything up to 4 lives. It's just always you're getting stuff component of 4 costs every time, getting 3 costs. And once you get really far down there, your last life is either an artifact or a masterwork upgrade. It plays very, very high cap. And the only thing that you need to do when you take this augment is make sure you get to be strong enough when you're getting to those lower lives where you can, use those lives appropriately. If you end up in a situation where you end up one life and then there's somebody really, really strong in your lobby, then you fight them, you die, your life's gonna suck. But if you are, 3 lives and you're quite strong, or maybe you're just the strongest person in the lobby on, 1 life, so it doesn't matter. I mean, there is a lot of power just built into this 9 lives augment. It's also kind of funny. I was playing a game earlier. I had Frodan in my lobby, and he actually also played 9 lives in a Katarina reroll. It makes sense because I think the common play pattern with 9 lives will be Lost Streak Stage 2. You're in a prismatic lobby, so it's really hard for you to win streak with an augment that does nothing from rip. You're going to rotate into people like this who are level 5 with level up. You're going to rotate into people who are build-a-bud, 3-star, 1 cost. It's impossible for you to really win streak in these kind of scenarios. So it makes a lot of sense to just lost streak, take a few losses, get to maybe stage 3, like 3-2, I think is a very reasonable point to start your win streak. And yeah, we pick up just the first Katarina, scout the lobby, see no Katarinas, and we say, okay, we're Katarina here. Throw this on a Katarina. I will say, so in terms of Katarina power-ups, I don't actually have a very good answer of what like the best one is. If you pull up, I have power-up possibilities here. I will say one that I have seen perform well is the Star Student, this one that gives her 40% increased potential and 200 HP, 40% increased on 7 potential is a pretty big jump. And the nice thing about Star Student is that because it's a Battle Academia one, you can tailor for this very easily. Put a power up on Nefiri, sell Nefiri, and then put Katarina, and you get Star Student pretty easily. I think Kai was watching. I was watching Weijin play, and Weijin had Dark Amulet, which is an interesting one. Heal for 15% of magic damage dealt on cast, take 8% max health. It's true damage, but then gain 12 stacking AP. It seems okay. I'm not actually completely sold on it. I mean, this will be one of the things that'll be really good to get from VOD reviews is just, what do we actually take here? He takes 100 push-ups. I've never taken this one. Gain 50% DR for every 3 rerolls you spend gold on. Gain 1 permanent damage amp. Oh, wait, that's actually really cool. I've not seen this one before. But so every 3 rerolls you get a damage amp. So if you roll, 9 times on 3-2, you're getting 3% damage amp. I mean, once you get to like late game, it sounds pretty good. And if you have a lot of econ, which we very likely will in this spot, it sounds good. I'm curious to see how this goes. From just my intuition, the number sounds a little bit low, right? 3 rerolls for 1% amp, but yeah. This is also perfect carousel for us. Katarina with glove, that is beautiful. That is exactly what you want here. We already made the Hodge, and then this is gonna have to be the guard breaker here. You know that Robin did slam the Hodge before guard breaker, so I think he is still of the perspective that it's better to guarantee that you get just some kind of healing onto this Katarina unit. She is not a fighter, she's a magic reaper, which slightly changes the or magic assassin. A reaper and assassin. In any case, she's not a fighter, so that idea where fighters get all this Omnivamp basically for free doesn't exactly apply to her. So I still think it's probably reasonable to have some Omni on her, though I will say, a fight like this, I mean, it didn't look like she needed that much Omnivamp. She was full HP and then she died, so whatever. We are also holding on to some other pieces here, looking like we are going to hold on to the Xin Zhao right now. I do think that is a unit where, I mean, you're not really going to roll for him. I've seen people, try to roll for Xin Zhao on boards like this, but I mean, you can make it 2-star. It's just like you're going to be playing Vertical Battle Academia anyway. The board is usually 7 Battle Academia plus 1 Executioner, usually Rise, because he has a Mentor bonus that buffs your entire board. So I don't think we really even need to invest into something like Xin Zhao here, and Robin won't here. So take another loss down to 4 HP or 4 lives, however you want to think of, well, 4 lives. Think about it that way, because 4 HP makes it seem a lot lower. The other upside to this augment, and you saw this, is that you get insane carousel prio. We rolled a Deathblade on our full item here. It's a bit rough. You could probably just reforge it, I imagine, or you could try to find a home for it, but I think it's probably just gonna be a reforge. But yeah, I mean, guaranteeing that you're gonna be first pick carousel every time, especially in a reroll comp like this, is fantastic. So I think this is one of the best lines you can play into from this 9 lives. And I mean, Frodan played in my game and he at least top 4 it. I don't know how well he did past that, but yeah, we're gonna reforge Deathblade and Cloak here. We get a Sunfire, actually pretty nice. We have all these chains here, which ideally are gonna end up being Edge of Night, but we can't really make that right now. we'd start looking towards like Yumi items. I mean, I think Sunfire is certainly in order, and then this bow is probably going to be like a Void Staff. I'm thinking of like Sunfire, just another Guard Breaker on Katarina right now. Sorry for my phone buzzing. I don't know what I actually got notified for, but who cares? I got a notification from Reddit, from competitive TFT. Sorry, Jesus. But I actually like just a second Guard Breaker here, and then you move it to Yumi later, but we'll see what Robin wants to go for. I mean, it can't be Sunfire. Nash just seems pretty bad. So yeah. And he does actually pop off the fruit. Yeah, okay, let's find something. Maybe it will be a Dark Amulet game. I mean, we do have Hungry Hero. Wait, no, wait, why is that available on Katarina? He powered up Katarina, right? Is that real? Hungry Hero. Okay, you definitely want to tailor this one off of Katarina. It gives AD. What is her... I mean, her AD scaling is just... What? Okay, that is one where you'd actually be very happy to tailor this out. So you'd really like to play a unit like Neferi and see Hungry Hero so you don't see it on Katarina, because this sounds awful on her. Why is this available on Katarina? Are there any other AP units this is available on? What the heck? Lucian? What? That's very strange. Okay. I honestly kind of want to... I might at Riot Games about that one. But there's Dark Amulet, the one we talked about. Crimson Veil is also one that I think people are interested in. It might be... If it's a Dark Amulet one, then I might start becoming a Dark Amulet believer, because I think Weijin played this. I forget if... I didn't see if he played it the entire game. This is also something Kai was looking at. Like, does Katarina... you know, she kind of double casts with Battle Academia. Does that double proc Dark Amulet? The answer is no. This is one cast. I mean, Magic Roll tends to be good in general. You could try for like a replication or something, but I like a Magic Roll here. What did he's actually already rolling. We get, Pan for Battle Academia? Wait, we can't. Battle Academia is tier plus spat. He looked at Executioner. I mean, he doesn't have a Reforger, so he's gonna have to just make... I mean, Executioner is with Glove, certainly. So he doesn't hover over it, but yeah, you can just do this. Execution to the Yumi. Love this. We're level 6 here. You gotta ideally roll down for Katarina too, and we do. Yeah, 3-cost reroll. Just the general rule, if you guys never play 3-cost reroll, is roll on 3-2 to hit your 2 stars, because it's very, very impactful. We already have Sunfire made, so we are just gonna suck it up and build Bramble Vest here, and he's thinking about Nashers. Yeah, I don't mind it, actually. That still leaves Bow and Cloak open, either one for a Marsh Red, and does make an item onto Yumi. And Yumi cares about mana gen and casting a lot. Every single time Yumi casts, she's stacking up more pages in her book. So this makes sense. I will say it's kind of interesting. We've actually opted into a 3-Battle Academia setup here with 4 Executioner instead. You could cut Rise and Callista here, but you actually lose a lot. You lose the Soul Fighter, which is good onto the Xin Zhao that we're playing right now, and you'll lose the mentorship bonus from the Rise. So I think this actually makes a lot of sense as a mid-game board. Just shows, you know, you shouldn't always be just like straight up cookie cutter TFT, you know, do what makes sense. I will also say Dark Amulet is looking really nice. I think Neferi can't hit Dark Amulet, so that's another unit that, another reason to tailor Neferi for Katarina. If you guys didn't watch my last video, well, first of all, go watch it. But the idea of tailoring is just put a power up on Neferi. Doesn't matter which one you pick, but power up Neferi, and then after you have that power up, sell Neferi and power up Katarina. And what that does is it increases the chance of you finding a quote-unquote good power up on Katarina if you want a power up that is not in the pool, that is Neferi's pool. Maybe I said that in too wordy a way, but if I did, literally go watch the video I did yesterday. It's just clear as day there. Kind of funny. Okay, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. I thought he was going to swap into 5, but this makes a lot more sense. We just play this right now, and we get 5 Battle Academia 3 Executioner in, which is kind of the dream here. I will say, though, it's kind of an aggressive level 7 push here. I mean, he sees this player in his lobby, and so this is why he pushes level 7. He sees this guy who also has an itemized Katarina, Hodge Titans, and so he's like, well, this guy is just going to straight up play Katarina. So this is the reasoning behind pushing level 7. I will say he's only got 3 cats right now, 40 gold, level 6. So yeah, this is why he does this. I think, okay, he probably would have stayed level 6 had he not seen this player, but because he sees them, he's like, okay, you know what, fine, I'll just level here and play more tempo based, try to win these fights. I mean, we do actually pound this guy, which is really good for us, because the more damage they take, the faster they're going to be dead. Means that, you know, our Katarinas go back in the pool, and maybe we can find Cat 3 on 7. It's only a 10% decrease in odds from 40% to 30% from level 6 to 7, so it's still hittable. Throw this onto Yumi here. I wonder if it's Fairy Tale. She's pretty, like, she's gonna cast a lot with the Nashers and the little bit of mana gen from Void Staff as well. So it makes sense. Yeah, just keep your eye on twitch.tv/DangeXRuss. Because if this guy rolls more on 6, it's going to be really tough for us. If he says, you know what, Robin's got 4 Katarinas, I need to pivot out as well, it's going to be kind of hilarious. One of those like games of chicken where both people actually, you know, divert and say, oh no, I'm afraid. But we'll see. Actually pick up another Yuumi here. I will say the units are flowing for Mr. Songs here. Also, what the heck? This guy just picked up a Katarina too. That's actually really rough. Because that's another 3 out of the pool. And this guy, I mean, yeah, he has a Prodigy spat, so he's almost forced to play into this reroll comp. Oh, well, not into this reroll comp, but into Academia, which means he's going to hold 3 Katarinas the entire game. So right now, 6 are out of the pool, which is, I mean, you can still hit with 6 out of the pool, but your ability to hit is greatly diminished. Though we do hit another Katarina from Orb there, which is nice. So, I mean, moment of truth for Mr. Robinsongz here. Okay, this is double slam here. I love this Giant Slayer plus Gargoyle here. And yeah, he just pushes level 8. Wow, so this is kind of interesting. This is a tempo Katarina game because he saw how contested she was. And so he's just going to play around her as a tempo piece. And then maybe we'll find her 3-star on 8, or maybe not. Maybe we'll just have a Katarina 2 doing work. I mean, I'll say this Katarina 2 is doing insane work. 5.6k, and that was a quick fight. So she is just destroying boards. 7 Battle Academia, Katarina 2 tempo. I mean, almost looks like it has legs here. Let's see how well this comp does through the rest of the stage. And we're still here on our 4 HP, which is really nice. Must be Radiant Refactor, right? I don't think either of these really do anything. Oh, Isekai as a strategist. We don't have a strategist on the board. So I don't know how good it is. I mean, yeah, you do have Rise that you could play. Right now we're playing, oh, is it? I mean, you can just, I mean, the second fight in Leona, let's cut this, play you, then you get Strat in, you get Rise, or you get Isekai in as well. I'm actually down to hear what Robin's saying here.
I can just carry Echo with instead of Cat, but is that any good? Wait, I can play Rise, I can't fit it, right?
What? What do you mean you can't fit it?
Congrats, your challenger, CFC. Oh, is it actually unit?
So it goes to
Oh.
Good luck this
He doesn't, he's never taken Isekai before in his life? Okay. All good. He takes Isekai here. I mean, I like Isekai in general. I think it's pretty solid, and especially here, I mean, Executioner, Isekai, we got to move the Void Staff over as well, which is like pretty good. I mean, Echo does hit the entire board every single time he casts, which is pretty sick. All right, this is pretty sick, and now we're gonna roll a bit on 8. We find the Cat 2-star, not Cat 2-star, but the Cat Yuumi 2-star. But yeah, we picked that up here. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, ooh, he moves power up. Wait, he did move power up off of Yuumi, right? Am I crazy? Why does it look like it didn't move? That's strange. I guess it's gonna jump to here once this is down. This doesn't work with his ult, I don't think. I don't know. Final boss? I don't really love any of these that much. Critical threat, maybe? It's just like, you don't... He does take this here. Does this work in the way that you think it does? I don't think it does at all, which is kind of rough. I almost feel like we need to remake that power up because that looks kind of awful onto Echo. I mean, he does jump around the board, and like when he gets to his last one, so yeah, that sounds awful. I will say DangeXRuss is getting low, and we still have 6 Katarinas. I mean, this could be a way to do it. Also, pick up Leona on Carousel here. This is really, really nice. Now we can get this in, get Bastion back onto our board, so get some frontline. And I imagine move items over to Leona. We'll see, actually. I mean, surely Leona 1. I mean, in general, for cost, 1-star is better than the 1-star, the 2-star 1 cost. Oh my god, it's difficult in this world here. But yeah, we're gonna stay on this board, and I mean, it's kind of crazy, but I think it makes a lot of sense here. We're leaving items on Katarina 2 over Yuumi 2, which, you know, in general, a 2-star 4 cost should be stronger than a 2-star 2 cost. But 1, this Katarina unit feels a bit overtuned, and 2, it's yeah, I don't think it. Does it really work like that?
I mean, like, is it working?
Rank 1 incoming. Love the stream, sir.
Like, is it blocking up every time he plays? I don't know if it is. No, yeah. So how do you tell if it's the blink attack or if it's like the regular?
I think this is just his ult, Robin.
I'm pretty sure it's mid. I don't know. Yeah, I'm fucking down.
I mean, it's very hard to tell. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, and you need to power up this Echo. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that is not what that means. And he's just going to hover over this 20,000 times. I mean, 4.2K, I don't know, it's whatever. But I'm pretty sure he's not procking this like at all. But yeah. But okay, in any case, we get to the end of the stage here. Our Dangex Russ friend here is getting very, very low. We can look for Yumi items here. I mean, you kind of have to make Shojin. Oh, and what? Yuck, 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 yuck. Or do you just make blue buff Stare Axe, call it a day? I mean, you have attack speed. Don't you want to make Shojin? Yeah, this is probably the best. Just Shojin Warmogs. You have Nashers, which grants you attack speed, and so you are going to want Shojin when you have that. And it's back to being like kind of a nice, like, I guess it was always kind of like a true pair, Shojin plus Nashers. I don't know why he didn't slam Warmogs as well as, I mean, I guess. Oh, is he waiting for his component off of, let's actually pull up. Oh, and Dangerous died here, actually. This is big, but wait, let me pull this up real quick. He's already got his component, right? Oh, no, he already got that. This is when you drop to 3 lives, you get this stuff. Oh, you do get a component anvil when you drop to 3 if you get that one. So smart, Robin, playing for potentially the component anvil. Yeah, but what I was going to say is like, are we really going to sit here waiting for this anvil to drop? Probably not. When Warmogs is like perfectly serviceable. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Okay, this looks good. And Dangerous goes down here. So now Robin might have the last laugh. We are 2 off Katarina 3 on level 8. And I mean, this is just a very good example in how to play when contested. I think a lot of people watching this video, I know you guys because I've coached you guys before. Also, Metafy in the description down below if you want to get coaching for the new set. I have coached you guys. I know how you are. He just got the big gold cash out. Really? We're not going to roll on 8 here? I mean, we're only rolling on 8 for one thing. Okay, yeah, just push level here, get something else in. I mean, it's actually kind of tough. Wait, okay. But what I was gonna say is I know you guys. There are a lot of if I coached half you guys and you were in this game, you'd just roll it to 0 on level 6 and be like, why aren't I hitting any Katarinas? The game sucks. And I'm like, no, man, like just adjust your gameplay to the circumstances that you are in. A strategist spat adjust. I mean, that tends to be quite good. And yeah, I think it is good. And you just throw it onto the Yumi here. She's not a strategist. I was like trying to think for a second. Is Yumi a strat now? So we can throw that onto the Yumi here. Feel pretty good. It's not worth throwing onto the Katarina, I don't think. Oh, it does like kind of, yeah, it does have that effect where it buffs up your team, which is, what the heck was that? What was that? Wait, also, we're all down to found a Seraphine too. That the Battle Academia Easter egg. Your units have ears now, someone in his chat said? What? You have ears? What is this? Can someone actually have, yeah, wait, all the units have little ears now. What the fuck? Does that just happen randomly? Does that happen when you go 9? Why did they all get, that's kind of cute, but what is that? Okay, that's hilarious. Oh, they kind of cooked with this set, man. Oh my god. But all right, I mean, love for Seraphine. She's a prodigy. I will say 0 Atom Seraphine with no Star Guardian as well is probably gonna do not that much damage. Yeah, let's check damage chart there. 1400, pretty horrible. But I mean, at least she's a prodigy buffing up the rest of our units. And still playing around this Katarina 2 getting there. I mean, I think the dream is probably Zyra, right? I don't think, even those 3 prodigy, I mean, if we get items for Seraphine, you can play it. I mean, as far as I understand it, Warmogs is actually a lot of extra stats for Seraphine that like makes her do a lot of extra damage. But then, you know, we'd have to move the rest of our items around, which I don't think we really want to do. I think we're feeling pretty good here. So you can just take Seraphine item here. We never built, no, we have the Sunfire here. I mean, lowest of keys. No, I think this is fine actually. Yeah, I like this. And then he's actually going to strat emblem frontline because it is kind of easier to get the value on frontline, I will say. You know, clumping frontline's a lot easier than clumping backline. So I think that's a smart call from Robin. I am a bit surprised he didn't roll here, but I think he was really just running out of time, trying to, you know, get all of his stuff moved. And it might not matter. Oh my god, this Battle Academia board honestly looks pretty good even on Cat 2. Obviously we have like Echo 2 and stuff. Our board's good. We have pretty good augments. But I'm kind of surprised that this board is actually, I feel like I should play just some more straight up Battle Academia. Cause like this board's clearing without even Cat 3. So, all right. This is a very strong board that we've rotated into though. Finally, this is kind of one of these almost max cap level 9 boards. Not max cap the augment, but max cap is as in their board is very, very strong, but we still have a lot more cap to get to. We have, our last last few cash outs to get. We do hit a 2-star, 3-star Katarina. I don't know. I like heard a weird sound in my house. We had 3-star Katarina here. We have the TG for Seraphine, which is very, very nice. So the spot looks a lot better all of a sudden. And if we even lose this fight, we still have either a Radiant item or an artifact coming. Hopefully the Radiant one is going to be a lot easier to use in the art. Though artifact, you know, could be Zanya's, stuff like that. But we'll see here. How much better is Katarina 3? And the answer is, I would say quite a lot better. Quite a lot better. We clear Jojo here. 17 HP left on them. Is a spat on Carousel, but we have nothing to build out of it, so nothing to really do there. We don't really have too many units left to itemize here. Yeah, we're just gonna take Vow, throw this onto Rakan, I guess, get him casting faster. And we do have the level up here. Lee Sin for Executioner stands for Executioner in a nice kind of final in here. We do actually have the Callista here. I mean, you could theoretically play 5 over the Seraphine, but it's Seraphine too. She actually does pretty good work with the TG, so I think this is a good call. But I think either way, we are going to be fine. Robin's board looks very strong at this point. This Katarina is doing work. All of his units are doing work, honestly. All right, we got one more fight here, but it does not look very close for Mr. Songs here. So a cool game. Yeah, we're probably not even going to drop to 1 HP. Oh, his entire chat is telling him to sack, to drop down to 1 HP, man. Bro. If he does, I'm gonna skip through minions, Robin. If you're trolling here, oh my god, he actually. I mean, he's a content creator before all things. All right, let's see what he gets. He gets Radiant and makes Radiant Guardbreaker. Okay, Robin, you're just a beast, I guess. You're just really good at TFT. And now he's going to walk here, get the final fight down, and absolutely clear. How good would it be if he did lose this? But not even close. Cool game from Robin, showing off. I would say the best reroll comp, and also a very smart way to play it. Not necessarily having to just force, you know, roll down to 0 reroll. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and Medify. All my links down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.